Good evening to you. Scotland are Nations League action this evening. Their latest challenge away to the Netherlands, and all the action is coming up right here for you. Two former Scotland internationals with us for this one, Beattie and Leanne Crichton. Jen, what are you expecting from this one? How big a test will the Netherlands be for Scotland, do you think, tonight?
It's a huge test, and it notoriously has been. I think Scotland have always prided ourselves on performances against big teams, and that's something they've been doing really well. They have been performing very well, but tonight I think for this Scotland team it's about turning that into points. They've got 1 point on the board and they need more going into these next few games. Yeah, they certainly do need more. They need to get something from tonight, do they, Leanne, do you think?
I think so, yeah, ideally, although a different looking Scotland team tonight and so many injuries, which no doubt has unsettled the group, albeit I think there's a lot of cohesion there. They'll have their sights firmly set on, at minimum, a point. But as Jen mentioned, the Netherlands are a top opposition. They've been notoriously difficult. They don't lose many games. So I think if you go there tonight and get a draw and bring that point home for Tuesday, it would be a good positive result. Yeah, we'll take a look at the team news in a minute, but first of all, let's take a look at the group standings in the Nations League Group A1. We can see Belgium there leading the way on 4 points. The Netherlands, England are just a point behind on 3, and as we talked about there, Scotland picking up that 1 point. And not just Scotland in action this evening, England also in action too. They're at home against Belgium, and we will of course keep you right up to date as to what's happening with that one. Time to hear from the Scotland camp now, shall we? Let's hear from the Scotland head coach. Pedro Martina Losa has been talking to Amy Canavan.
How have preparations been for this Dutch doubleheader so far?
Very good. I think it's more of the same every camp, but
well, as you can see, the teams are out of the tunnel. Let's cross over to our commentary team. The action to come, first of all, the national anthems as talked through by Julie Fleeting and Thomas Duncan.
Thanks, Jane. Good evening, everyone. And there are fewer greater tests in women's international football right now than going away to the Netherlands. They simply do not lose many games. It was a shock to everyone when they lost their opening game in this group to Belgium. They completely dominated that game, but somehow managed to lose 2-1. But they don't have too many nights like that, and that's a challenge for this Scotland team, a depleted Scotland team shorn of key players in that midfield area. And it's how they can respond as they try to get their first win of this Nations League campaign. Who of course recovered from that opening defeat by Belgium to defeat World Cup finalists England. And it's a side packed with experience, European Championship winners, World Cup finalists like Sherida Spitza. She'll earn her 224th cap with Groningen and Van de Donk, also over 100 caps. PSG's Lieke Martens will be looking to add to her 62 international goals. The Dutch all-time leading scorer Vivianne Miedema is back on the bench after 10 months out with an ACL injury. Might we see her at some point? Well, the match officials, Ivana Proskowska of Macedonia, experienced referee qualifying. Well, here's the Scotland side then. Pedro Martinez Losa opts for consistency other than 2 enforced changes from the team that drew with Belgium. Caroline Weir and Sam Kerr are out through injury. So it's a big night for 18-year-old Kirsty McLean on just her 4th cap, as well as Amy Rogers, who wins cap number 3. Lisa Evans could hit 100 appearances. If she comes off the bench, she would be the 16th Scottish woman to achieve that feat. And Julie Fleeting is alongside me. Put into context just what a difficult night this is for Scotland if they're to try and get their first win of the Nations League.
Yeah, to go to the Netherlands in search of that first victory is a really difficult fixture to try and collect all 3 points. We need 3 points, certainly over the course of the double header against the Netherlands. They come to Hampden on Tuesday night. We need to get something from this game. We need to get a win out of one of the games and possibly a draw for me, but it is a huge ask, especially considering the players, the big names that we have missing tonight.
Absolutely. Dutch will look to control possession and get on the ball. And this is the start of the journey to Euro 2025, remember. Scotland aiming to stay in League A, which would make their path to those Euros that bit easier. They'd be guaranteed a playoff place. It's that kind of thing that's on the line as the action gets underway. The Netherlands immediately looking to put the Scottish backline under some pressure.
Yeah, she certainly could be. As I say, the whole of the second half to come between Netherlands and Scotland. Let's just bring you up to date with what's happening elsewhere in this group. Of course, England are at home against Belgium and they are a goal up against the Belgian side. Lauren Hemp with the goal there early on as well after 13 minutes. We'll keep you updated as to what happens in that one when we get to full time there too. And there's plenty more for you coming across the BBC. Well, in this group, there was one other match this evening. England were up against Belgium at home at Leicester's City Stadium. Let's find out how that one finished with a full-time update from our reporter, Vicki Sparks.
Yes, England back to winning ways and getting their Nations League campaign back on track, beating Belgium here by 1-0. Lauren Hemp's finish after 13 minutes was the difference, slotting home from close range after Millie Bright's header had cannoned back off the post. England dominated much of the play and had several good chances to extend their lead, notably for Alessia Russo, who got into good positions but couldn't find the finish. And more broadly, finishing is something that England will look to improve on ahead of their trip to Belgium on Tuesday. Their wastefulness could have cost them, because although the Lionesses dominated much of the play and attacked with verve and vigour, Belgium carved out some decent chances themselves. Justine van Havermaet drawing a great save from Mary Earps at 0-0, and Tessa Woolard a constant threat on the counter. England also looked shaky when it came to defending set pieces, but the most important thing, after suffering just their third defeat under Serena Wiegman to the Netherlands last time out, was to get the 3 points. And that's what they did, and deservedly so. They keep pace with the Dutch at the top of the table.
Thanks to Vicki Sparks there, bringing us that report. England against Belgium, that narrow 1-0 win for England. And that's how the table looks after tonight's performances. The Netherlands lead the way on 6 points, a goal difference. England in second place, also on 6 points. Belgium just a couple of points behind on 4 points. Scotland, it's not looking too good, I have to say. They've played 3 games now and they're still on a point. The table doesn't make great reading, does it? And they really needed to try and get something from that this evening. But a sore defeat.
It is, it's a sore one, but when you look at the fixtures there, there's no time to sulk. There's no time.
Yeah, we certainly will see. Indeed, Scotland, well, they went over to the Netherlands this evening and it was a sore and a disappointing defeat. 4-0 was the final result for them. And guess what? They'll have to do it all again on Tuesday against the exact same team. Will they be after revenge? You would think so. Will they get it? Well, it's going to be a tricky one. From us all, my thanks to Jen and to Jenny as well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.